Hey guys, I'm Tom the Tech Chap, and I'm very out of breath. I've been doing some jogging up and down here, up and down the Glastonbury Tour, which is a bit of a hill. And so actually when Huawei got in touch and asked if I wanted to try out their new Huawei Watch GT2, which is all about fitness tracking, long battery life, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to get out of the office and get some much needed exercise. But just give me a second to catch my breath.
So the Watch GT2 has a whole bunch of cool features, but at its core, it's all about fitness tracking and battery life. I mean, you can have a smartwatch with all the bells and whistles in the world, but if you have to charge it every day, well, it won't be long until you just stop bothering with it.
I've had it on since about 8 AM this morning. It's now coming up to 2:10. I've been using it for a bunch of tests, jogging, using fitness workouts, all that stuff. Bluetooth connection, GPS, 100% at 8 AM. Now it's on 98%. Huawei claim this will get you up to 2 weeks of battery life, but with this, after what, 6 hours, it's used 2%? I think it'll be all right. I'm probably not the best person in the world to test fitness wearables, but as someone who does want to get more fit and hoping, as I say, that this may encourage me to actually do that, so far it is definitely proving that I'm a little bit out of shape.
Just tap the lower button and it brings up all the workout routines with a range of running courses, walking, hiking, cycling, swimming, triathlons, plus a lot of gym workouts. I like that you can set goals, reminders, and even have an AI buddy who will set a pace, and then you can see how well you're doing against it. It's also waterproof with a 5 ATM rating, and that's good for a depth of up to 50 meters, so you can take it indoor and even outdoor swimming.
I'll tell you what though, if you do get a bit lost on your hike or your walk and you're not really sure which way to go, the GT2 actually has a compass built in. Of course, we've also got that built-in GPS. There's also air pressure monitors, flashlights, all these sort of things. But particularly the compass I found quite helpful to orientate me in the direction home and have a nice sit down.
So the Watch GT2 builds on the original with a more premium design, and despite adding even more features, they've kept that incredible battery life and relatively affordable price tag. So this is the 46mm Sport Edition, but there's also Classic and Elite editions, as well as a smaller 42mm model. Now I actually do have quite small wrists, but even with this bigger model, it still feels pretty comfortable. So far I've only used it with the silicone straps, but they do have a quick release so they can be swapped out. So this bigger one has a 1.39-inch AMOLED display. It's colourful, sharp, and with a relatively thin and subtle bezel which is completely flush with the screen. I think it is genuinely really good looking. Even using it outside, even though it's a little bit reflective, I never had a problem seeing the screen. Now as you can see, when I turn the watch to face me, it turns on. By default, it doesn't have an always on display. Now you can actually turn this on in the settings if you want, but a little warning pops up saying that this will halve your battery life. Although even with that, we're still looking at the best part of a week.
Alright, so my heart rate definitely is still quite high even after that workout. And if you're just having a bit of a stressful day or you want to sort of lower your heart rate, calm yourself down, you can actually use the breathing exercise app. And it's simply a way of regulating your breathing so you calm down a little bit, de-stress, and hopefully lower your heart rate.
So the Watch GT2 is pretty straightforward to use, and it runs a version of Huawei's own Light OS. There's no fancy rotating bezel or anything here, it's simply a touchscreen with 2 buttons on the side. And it's all powered by Huawei's new Kirin A1 chip. And overall, it does feel smooth and responsive, swiping between home screens, opening apps, although occasionally the software jumped a little bit or maybe there was like a second delay. But actually during my review, a new update came out, and this definitely did improve things. A few other nifty features include support for Bluetooth calling, and because there's a built-in speaker and microphone, you can actually have full phone calls through the watch. We also get True Sleep 2.0, which, as it says on the tin, measures how long and how well you sleep. So you do get a fair amount of info through the watch itself, but for health tracking, fitness goals, and just to get a better idea of how well you're doing, the Huawei Health app, which can be downloaded on any Android phone, shows you all the data, including your records, heart rate, sleep, stress levels, and you can even add your own health data and create whole workout plans. There's also a whole range of shiny medals you can collect, which as you can see I'm doing really well in. You do also need to use the app to set up new devices, including the Watch GT2. So far, so good then, but there is one fairly major limitation with the GT2, and that's the fact that you can't actually install any third-party apps. So no Spotify, WhatsApp, Nike, Running Club, Trainer, Social Thing. So you only get what Huawei have pre-installed, which of course are based around fitness and health tracking. Also, while the couple of dozen or so watch faces do look good, and there's probably something for everyone, unless Huawei adds new ones, you can't get any more. So I think that could be an issue for some people, the lack of third-party apps. But then you really do have to think about how many apps do you actually regularly use or want to use on your watch. But you kind of have to weigh up how important those apps are versus having a ridiculously long battery life. I mean, this was fully charged at 8 AM on Saturday. It is now 11:46 on Monday, and my battery is at 78%. And I've been using this pretty intensely for this video, for my own workouts, even overnight for the sleep tracking. And so in nearly 3 days, it's used just about 20% of its battery life. That's so good for a smartwatch. So yeah, there are a few third-party apps that I do miss, and it would be nice to be able to pay for things with this as well. But considering this does all the health and fitness tracking that I need, and also I can take it on work trips and holiday with me, and I don't actually have to bring a charger. Obviously you have to weigh up what you want out of a smartwatch. Also, considering this costs £199, I think it's actually pretty good value for money. So I would definitely recommend checking out the Watch GT2, and I'll put links in the description below if you do want to find out more. But what do you think? What do you make of the watch? Would you consider going for this? And if you do already have one or you're thinking about buying a smartwatch, how do you actually use it? Is it for everything? Fitness? Just telling the time? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you next time right here on the Tech Chat.